Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another movie talk with two scoops. Today, we're going to be talking about Malcolm and Marie, one of the latest additions to Netflix, directed by Sam Livingston, starring Zendaya and John David Washington. Fun fact: that's Denzel Washington's son. I didn't know he had kids. Maybe I'm just not as informed as I thought I was, but anyway, I'm not even going to get into all of that. Just finished watching it on Netflix, and to be completely honest, I don't really know how to feel about it. I definitely liked it. I saw a couple posts on Facebook saying that it was overrated or it was trash, or that Zendaya isn't that good of an actress. And honestly, I didn't really get that when I watched the movie. I was a little surprised at how it played out. It was a very self-contained movie. It was more of a personal, it had an independent vibe. It might be independent, I'm not sure. I know Zendaya is one of the producers on the movie, but it had a very small budget type of feel. It was very intimate, and just for the record, this is going to be a spoiler talk. I probably won't go into too much detail, but I just don't see myself doing this review without talking about specific stuff. So if you haven't seen it, or if you care about spoilers, I suggest that you see it and then come back. If you don't, welcome, don't leave. We here, we about to do it. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. The main plot of this movie is an argument that literally stretches from the first, maybe within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. An argument arises, and it stretches throughout the duration of the entire movie, which is interesting to me. That might be the first time that I've seen one particular subject being stretched throughout an entire movie. And what is it? It's an hour. It's like an hour and 40 minutes long, and that's a long time to be focused on one argument, one piece of subject matter. But I think that they do a good job of making it interesting. There's a lot of back and forth. Something else that I saw on social media was that they were quote unquote toxic, which is pretty true. This whole movie is just a back and forth. It's like a yo-yo of emotions. Like they're arguing, then they're good, then they're arguing. And I mean, the good never lasts. It's very quick. They make amends for maybe a minute, and then they're right back at it. And I think what I enjoyed about the movie the most was its ability to keep you guessing, because every time they made up, I thought, okay, this is it. They won't argue anymore. Surely the movie's about to take a turn. Something else is going to happen, but it would always come back. And I thought that was just interesting. I don't know. I won't sit here and say that I was on the edge of my seat or that I was super engaged. I did pick up my phone a couple times, although I tried to not do that. I try to give the movies my full attention, but sometimes if it's slow, or I feel like a part is dragging, it's just, the generation is second nature to me. I pick it up and then oh snap, so I put it back down. But there were moments like that when I felt like picking up my phone, and I don't know if it was because the movie was just not so engaging at that point, or if I just was distracted for whatever reason. But I definitely wasn't just glued to the TV screen like I have been with other movies in the past. But I think that both Zendaya and John did good jobs with the material that they were given. I believed both of their characters. I believed that they were in this, crazy, toxic relationship. I thought that they played that well. I thought that their chemistry was well, although there's that age difference between the two actors, the actor and the actress. I think she's like 23 and he's like 37, which is a little odd, but on screen it didn't really come across. They seemed like they were on the same playing field, so I didn't really have a problem with it. And at the end of the day, she's an adult, and it's a movie, so, but that's just my 2 cents on it. But I thought that they had good on-screen chemistry. I thought that the emotions felt real. And another thing that I'll give credit to the movie, or the screenplay, or the direction, or the acting itself, is my back and forth between whose side do I want to take. Because I kid you not, every time one character had something to say to the other, I was on their side. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? She is kind of selfish, and it do seem like she's making everything about her. But then when she comes and she gives her side, I'm like, dang, well, he do seem a little self-absorbed, and he do seem like he steamrolls her a lot. Of there may be some emotional manipulation on his end, and it literally throughout the whole movie, whenever one or the other was talking or giving their point of view, I could see it and I could relate to it, and I felt like, okay, maybe this is the person who wins this fight. And at the end, I think and I don't quote me on this, but I think the main theme or message that we're supposed to get from this movie is that sometimes there is no person who is right and one person who's wrong. It's just, you both have your issues and you have to deal with it. And, there are times in life where both people could be wrong and both people could be right, or both people could be wrong and right at the same time. And I think that's what this movie is trying to tell us, or at least that's what I got from it. And I thought that it came across pretty clearly. So I'll praise the movie for that. And I'll also praise the movie for its ability to take place in one setting. They're in a house the whole movie, and it doesn't really get too boring or too stagnant for me. The blocking is pretty well done, whether they're going from one room to the other or outside or, in the bathroom or in the bedroom. It never feels like, man, I wish they would go somewhere else. It almost feels like you just got a golden ticket to get access into their most emotional and most vulnerable parts of their relationship. And it's pretty cool to see that. So, I don't have a whole lot outside of that to say about this movie. I want to watch it again to see if there were some things that maybe I missed, but overall, I enjoyed it. It was a very, like I said, intimate movie. It's all black and white. I don't know what the reason behind that is. I will have to do some more research, but I thought that was pretty interesting that the whole movie was black and white, but it wasn't like old school black and white. Like the contrast was very strong. The shadows were very strong in this movie, the darks. So I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean or what we're supposed to take away from that aspect, but it was an interesting stylistic choice, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I would recommend that you see it. I know that there's some people that are saying that it's not all that or that it's just hype, and I honestly, I think people are just used to movies with a lot of pizzazz and a lot of, just over the top, fancy looking stuff. And when you get a movie that's so self-contained as this one, it seems boring, I guess, to some people. But I enjoyed it, so I recommend that everybody see it. Let me know what you think. Tell me if there's some stuff that you noticed that I didn't notice, or if there's more about the movie that like as far as like the making of it or the background behind it, how it came to be. I'm interested. I want to have a conversation. So, if you like the video, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Yeah, because this channel's about to blow up. You want to be a part of that? See you next time.